I think I will be part of those people that failed. So guys, they released the results. Lo and behold, I failed anatomy. Yes, I failed the almighty anatomy.
Nigga, wool up, just wool up.
Hello you guys, you're welcome back to my channel. In case you don't know, my name is Genesis Shedu and I am a 300 level medical student living, breathing, residing and studying in Nigeria. So I recently got into 300 level, and in today's video I'm just going to be talking about how I was able to handle failure in medical school and a little bit of advice to those people that are transitioning from 100 level to 200 level. All right, so where do I start? I don't even know where to start. Because it has been a roller coaster of experiences and emotions. Because medical school, they never really tell you how difficult medical school is until you actually get into the system and see how difficult it is for yourself. So today's video is not going to be so long. I'm just going to make it as short as possible so that I'll be able to like spill everything I have for today. All right, so you guys, after 100 level, right, after doing your normal physics, your chemistry, your biology, you're very excited. I mean, you had A's, you had a very good CGPA to 200 level. That is where the actual work begins. I mean, it happened to me because in 100 level, like I had a very good CGPA. Like, I mean, you are smashing your A's, having A's and A's and A's and your B's, like having a very strong CGPA, and then you just feel like, oh, medical school, then I am going to smash medical school. But hey, when I got into 200 level, it was the actual gateway because, to be honest, I did not even understand what was happening. It was as if everybody was ahead, like forward, and I was backward. Like everybody was understanding something at things at a faster pace, and I was just like still struggling with understanding something that somebody has learned.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
So it was a whole lot. It was a whole lot. It was a whole lot. And funny enough, I'm a kind of person, I don't really go with the crowd. So when the people were chanting how hard medicine is, I just feel like, okay, these people, they're trying to like overhype medicine. I don't think medicine is that hard. But when I got into the system, that was when I knew how hard medicine is. Like, for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to be talking about how I was able to deal with failure. So like I said, after 100 level I got into 200 level. I was pretty much excited. I mean, I say 200 level is where you're actually in the medical school. So your 200 level and your 300 level is your preclinical year, where you get to do anatomy, biochemistry and physiology. And then some other schools, I think they do community medicine, just like my school. They also included community medicine as part of the other three relevant courses that we were offering. So I think the first subject that struck me was anatomy.
You slapped me, you monkey!
To be honest, I never really did understand anatomy. No matter how hard I tried to understand anatomy, it's just as if the anatomy was becoming harder. So I'll try to read something today and I would not remember. And I think one of the problem I had is focus and understanding. I never really developed that habit of like understanding a particular concept. So it was actually a very difficult thing because in 100 level I could just cram about anything and then go and write the exam and I would pass. But in anatomy, it just seems like it was not working for anatomy because anatomy you have to understand something to be able to relate it with the other thing. It was extremely crazy. So I was not understanding anything, and I have actually not developed a system that worked for me. Because you know how bulky anatomy is. You're not doing it's not really like a one called anatomy is like three in one. So you have like the embryology, histology, and then gross anatomy inside anatomy. So you're doing all of those things combined. I tried to open anatomy today. I would read it. Okay, let me even try and read it. I'll read it after some while. I'll just you asked me what I've read. I can't even say one thing that I've read from that particular thing that I've read in anatomy. So it was so freaking bad. Alright, so another course that gave me headache was biochemistry. Guys, I don't really know what me and biochemistry had in common. Maybe we had like a common beef.
In the beninging, in the beningi, in the beninging.
In my previous life because I don't understand, especially second semester 200 level when we started doing metabolism of all those carbohydrates, protein, fats. It was extremely draining. I mean, I could see myself being drained. So even if I was reading it was not entering, and I actually paid less attention to it because to me I just wanted to like just pass the baseline, which is just 50. And also for those that don't know, the baseline for medical school is just 50. So if you get 50, then you have said to have passed a particular course. So I just wanted to get like the baseline, which is 50, and just cross over to the next class. So physiology was actually not too much to handle because I started studying physiology way back from the first lecture. So it wasn't really a hard course for me. I don't know about other people. It wasn't really that hard for me. So all right, so let's just go dive into why what this video is all about. So basically, in my school in 200 level, we write a promotional exam. We call it comprehensive. So that exam like encompasses what you have done in 200 level first semester and um 200 level second semester. So they kind of like combine everything and then you write the exam in order for you to transition to the next class, which is 300 level. So failing that exam means that you have to rewrite the exam, and then if you fail again you have to repeat the class, and then if you fail the repeated class then you have to withdraw from medicine. So that is how it is being done in my school. So basically we're to write an exam that will transition us to 300 level. So we started normal preparation, and I think I gave in a lot of energy to anatomy because anatomy was like a lot, and then I had to like, I mean, there were just a lot of things to read in anatomy basically, and then I'd given my best, read as much as I can, like studied as much as I can. So on the day of the exam, like it was okay, and I was like, okay, let's wait for theory. So we went in for theory, and I was shocked. Most of the things I read did not come outside. It was
You dey craze? I tell you if I was you blow, now you go know who I be.
one I did not read. Imagine, have you ever experienced have you ever been in that situation where you see a particular material and you just keep the material just for nothing's sake, you just keep the material and you will not even bother reading the material, and that is exactly what you are going to set in the exam. That is what you are going to see in the exam. That was the kind of situation I was at the time. Those materials I did not study, my brothers and my sisters, I saw it in the exam hall and I was shocked flabbergasted. Like I was taken aback, like that kind of thing. You know the material, you know the lecturer that taught that particular topic, but you did not read it. You did not read it. So that was how it was for me, and I was so angry. I mean, it was 5 questions, and I could only answer one correct, not even correctly, because the one I could answer even has like children under. I know some few ones, but I do not know some other ones. So it was kind of like a messed up experience. But I was hoping that okay, my MCQ was going to like foster me forward, like make me pass. So biochemistry was okay, the MCQ was okay, but the theory, I did my best. So I was kind of like okay, I tried small in biochemistry. So physiology was okay, good. Physiology was good. Like I never really did have problem in physiology, so it was good. All right. So after writing all the exam and okay, we're just being positive. Oh, we were hoping that we are going to pass. So I was particularly scared for biochemistry because I made a mistake. The place I was supposed to do like a single best single best answer, I was still using the MCQ format to answer it. So I was so scared, and it was a messed up experience. So eventually rumors started coming outside that it was only 5 people that passed anatomy. We were 60 in the class, and so it automatically meant that 55 people had failed and only 5 people passed the anatomy exam. Hey, Jesus. So when they broke that news to us, I just said okay, I'm going to be part of those 55 people that failed, sorry, because my theory was nothing to write home about. And if I were to even go by the MCQ I did, it was after I was done with the MCQ anatomy, that was when I realized that I actually failed a lot of things. So if I should go by that, then combining it with the rubbish theory I did, then I think I will be part of those people that failed. So wasn't um even I don't know how to say, I wasn't in that situation where I feel like okay, maybe I'm going to pass, or I just said okay, I'm going to be part of those people that failed. Lobaton. So so guys, and I was also scared for biochemistry, like I said. I was also scared for biochemistry. I thought I was scared of failing biochemistry because biochemistry, you see that second semester, it was the real get to, like I was frustrated with most of the materials because they were so bulky. It was just a lot of things to process. So guys, they released the results. Lo and behold, I failed anatomy. Yes, I failed the almighty anatomy.
Up, nigga. Wool up, just wool up.
So when I saw it, I was like, okay, oh, we were like 55 people that failed. So it means that 90% of the class failed. So it's not a me thing. It's not a me thing. So I never really did have mixed emotions, like feeling sad and stuff. Because I mean, if it were to be like few people that failed and I was part of it, then I know I was going to feel sad. But we were a lot, so I mean, let's just fuck shit up. Ha. Come on, so our lecturers had told us, our HOD had told us that we had like 4 weeks to prepare for the receipt exam. So 4 weeks to prepare for the receipt exam. So I started studying. So it was when I was studying, that was when failure actually dawned on me. That was when I realized that I failed. Why did I realize that I failed? Because I was going back to all of those materials and I saw things that I would have known. I was seeing things that I would have studied. I was seeing things that would have made me to pass. So long story made short, I wrote the exam with all the preparation I had done, and the results came outside I think a week after, and I passed.
Oh my God! Wow!
So back to my advice to incoming 200 level students. Please, as much as you can, try as much as possible to start reading immediately you resume for the semester. Try as much as possible to cover all the slides, because you don't know where they are going to bring question from. It might be something that you have neglected. That is where they are going to bring question from. I know they would always say it's impossible to study everything, like study all of what they have taught you. But it's very possible if you put your mind to it. Then I think it's very possible. So try as much as possible to study all of this slide, to be on a safer side, because you would not want a situation where you get into the exam hall and it's those slides that you did not study that actually comes outside. So study all the slide, and please try as much as possible to attend your lectures. Don't skip your lecture for anything, because it is during those lectures you get to know the thoughts of the lecturer. You get to know where they are likely to bring question from. I could, like, during those time I wasn't, when I resumed 200 level, I wasn't particularly particular about lectures. I used to skip lecture a lot, but then it is when it's not until I got into 300 level that was when I saw the importance of attending lectures. So your lectures are very important. You get to, so discussion is also very important. I think discussion helps to, like, solidify your thoughts and give you more understanding. But if all of these things doesn't work for you, I feel it is best to know what works best for you. If discussion doesn't work for you, don't do it. If you know you don't read better at night, don't do it. Just do what works best for you.
Alright, another thing, guys, is to hold God dearly. We should always have this habit of praying. We should always pray at every time, because we can't do medical school without prayer, and we can't do medical school without God. So we need to marry the two
So thank you
together.
guys for sticking to the end of this video. And if you have not subscribed up to this point, please and please do so, and turn on the post notification bell to get notified whenever I post another video. Thank you guys, and God bless.